They're trailing at halftime, 26-9. Sob game track, so that Orlando has been able to change their fates in the third quarter. 45%. McGrady now with 22 points. New York's field goal percentage starting to drop. Othello Harrington had to go to the bench with 17 points after he picked up his fourth foul in the free throws. You know Don Chaney's going to point that out.
Yeah, especially when you're at home. You should be dominating.
Isley now runs right into Garrity, and it's a charge. Armstrong led him straight to Garrity.
And Garrity doing a nice job of sacrificing his body. A much bigger player giving it up to take a charge from a guard.
Armstrong now waits on Isley into McGrady. Has Sprewell, a very good defender, and Sprewell just muscles him, but Garrity buries the deep ball.
And there you have it again. When that defense starts to take a step or two toward Tracy McGrady, or if they come on a full-blown double team, he gets rid of the basketball, and Garrity's going to knock down shots. He's going to make you pay. And it's going to, eventually, John, is going to free up Tracy McGrady because guys are going to be reluctant to leave Pat Garrity.
Daryl.
Yes,
if you're the other team, I mean, he just forced the turnover when there were two Knicks there.
Yes.
There's no reason that ball should be turned over.
Well, yeah, you're exactly right. The big men have to come over and set a screen and free the point guard up. Don't let him continue to harass you.
Brady, he just back after it. There's no question that he was going after the rebound.
That sheer athletic ability. Quickly.
Fires. Tipped back up and in by Shandon Anderson. You see, will Brady. Garrity for three. A little bit too deep, and Houston has the rebound.
A good-looking shot. If they continue to get open looks like that, they're going to win this game going away.
Is that Darryl Green or Darryl Armstrong? I mean, that's a defensive back. Great move. Garrity, again, no good.
At least he has the confidence to keep putting it up.
Isley now, and Armstrong right there with him again, sitting right in his shorts. Sasser tips that one and forces the turnover. McGrady to Armstrong, off the glass, it's good.
He's just an all-around athlete.
Ryan and Tom Tolbert bringing you the game tonight. But how about this guy? I mean, Patrick Ewing's night, but Darryl Armstrong has really caused the havoc to change this game around.
And that's what you have to love about him. He's going to do it all for you. He's going to defend full court. He's going to put full court pressure on Howard Isley and just continue to dog him. He's going to play passing lanes. He's going to make the extra passing if he has to, and he's going to knock down shots for you.
Sprewell comes over to set a screen to lose him. Isley then with a little rainbow jumper from the free throw line. That's good.
Oh, they just got mixed up that time. Sprewell came over and set that screen, and Sasser and Armstrong got their legs mixed up a little bit. Ends up giving Howard Isley a wide open look. And
then McGrady turns and fired because Sprewell cheated just enough to free him up to knock down the jumper.
Trying to go for that steal. Finds himself off balance and gives Tracy McGrady a good look at the bucket.
Sprewell again trying to screen on Armstrong, and Isley goes the other way. Hey, Stu, I recognize the guy next to you, Do the Right Thing, a few other movies like that.
Well, a lot of people know him as Spike Lee. I just know him as Mookie. Hey, Mookie! During halftime, Patrick Ewing said that when he first got here, Spike Lee, your seats were way up in the rafters. Just how high up were you here in the audience?
I wasn't way up, but the section below way up. And then I just worked myself down season by season, film by film.
Film by film, you know, Do the Right Thing.
Malcolm X.
Malcolm X. And finally, you made the Duckies to get down here in front row. You've seen a lot of Patrick's great games here. What one Patrick memory stands out the most for you?
I have to say that Game 7 against Indiana, because I was the villain.
Reggie in Indiana, you were the villain.
We lost that Game 5 here. We were down 3-2. Nobody thought that we came to him for Game 7. Patrick got the put back, went to the finals. Should have beat Houston that year.
Now, a lot of people wear, different athletes' jerseys, but they get them like size medium. I think you got a real Patrick Ewing jersey. You got to stand up. We got to see this. This is a real long.
Game used.
I mean, this is game used, right?
Game used.
Long Patrick Ewing jersey spiking up. But I got to say, you got Patrick Ewing's jersey and you got Jordan's shoes. What's up?
Nike, man.
Gotta be the shoes, money.
Gotta be the shoes.
You've come a long way from those old Jordan commercials, man. I mean, you were like 21 years old then.
Now, a little older than that, though, but I mean, it's amazing when I think back, I think about all the things I've done, the people I've met, and just the relationship I had with Michael, beginning with the whole Morris Blackman thing. So I say my blessings every night.
You should. From She's Gotta Have It to 25th Hour, Spike Lee, award-winning director, producer, actor.
Thank you.
We appreciate it. John, let's go back to you.
Hey, Stu, thanks a lot. Spike Lee, I love every movie he's ever made, but Do the Right Thing, my all-time favorite. Garrity, nothing this time. The Knicks have fought their way back to a tie. McGrady into the lane. Oh, my goodness.
He's had about 4 or 5 moves here that have been
and he's
unbelievable.
Smiling. He's smiling, coming back down the floor. He's like, you can't stop that.
I mean, he's showing me some quickness I didn't know that he had.
McGrady now with 30 points. Isley, again with Armstrong in his shorts. The pass, difficult. Sasser gets over. Sprewell bumped.
He blows right past Latrell Sprewell, who's an excellent defender, gets himself in the lane, but watch this one here. Beats Sprewell, goes right around Harrington like he's a cone. This is just a drill for Tracy McGrady.
Like he's a cone.
Oh, you put cones on the floor when you practice.
Pylon.
Yeah, a little pylon.
I got you. Guracek thought about the three, lost the handle. Gooden has it. Turns to face Othello Harrington. Gooden fights it up. Harrington sweeps at it, but misses.
He makes his team completely different, John. Completely different. When you have a young interior presence who's going to give you fresh young legs, athletic ability, and boundless energy.
Well, we said it all year as we've had their games. Imagine if they had a big man who could be effective, and they've brought in Gooden, just a rookie, but at 6'10", he's making a huge difference. But still, the guy you look at is Tracy McGrady.
And he's putting on a show right now. He must have heard that MVP talk in that first half, because this second half, he's put together 3 or 4 possessions where he's just astounded this crowd. They're oohing and awing on Patrick Ewing's night.
Take that in a row inside of a minute. There it was, and you could see the Knicks were up 58-46, a 12-point lead. But then Tracy McGrady took over as the Knicks found a problem scoring. T-Mac found everywhere to score.
Well, Othello Harrington was dominating. He was active on the glass. He had that lefty hook going once he was out of the game. Tracy McGrady took advantage. He was just slicing his way down the middle. He was scoring at will.
35 and 8 for McGrady. Just what's becoming an average night for him. 5 on the shot clock. Anderson's got to find somebody. 2 on the clock. Anderson beats the buzzer but comes up empty, and Drew Gooden goes up and grabs the rebound.
He grabs that rebound in the middle of traffic. That's your rookie.
Brady on Isley tries to lose him. Guracek into the paint. Great body English, but not on the ball.
You see how he tried to reverse that ball? Didn't.
Don't forget to log on to NBA.com for a tribute to the career. Patrick Ewing, only on NBA.com. His number retired tonight. Armstrong into Gooden, over top of Harrington, no good. Anderson goes up and grabs the rebound.
I still like that good ball movement, though, by the Magic. Everybody's touching the ball on every possession. It's not just a one-man show.
Brady really bodying Houston, but Houston fights his way, comes up with a short jumper, knocks it down. Mad skills. And on the nights when you honor number 33, you want to talk about some mad skills? I mean, you got around the bucket was almost automatic, and also having to have the skills to avoid coming to tears so as not to lose a bet to Michael Jordan and the rest of the crew here. Charles Barkley. Michelle is with the guy who I think maybe was the second most popular guy in the building tonight, Michelle.
I'm not sure. Alonzo, how did you react? I thought you did a great job of handling this crowd that wasn't really polite to you when you were introduced. How did that strike you?
You know what? I'm actually kind of used to that. If they didn't give me that type of introduction, I would have thought something was wrong.
Well, the Georgetown Centers really making themselves proud tonight. You got to be rooting for Othello Harrington out here. He's been quite productive.
Most definitely. Othello's been playing extremely well, been representing Georgetown well, and they got the game tied, and they made it very interesting, you know. But the night belonged to Patrick. By far, you know, Patrick is a huge inspiration to me in my career, you know, and not only is he going to be remembered for what he's done for this city, but what he's done for the game will stand out even more. You know, his dedication and commitment to being a professional and being the player that he was, you know, was hands down, you know, one of the best careers I've ever seen, been a part of.
Your speech was really quite moving. How about you? How's your health? When do we think we might see you back on a basketball court, Zoe?
I'm coming along real well. You know, I can't predict the future. You know, I just got to continue to work on trying to stay healthy for a long period of time before I even think about the game of basketball.
All right, well, good luck. We want to see this number 33 back in the NBA. Back to you, John.
Michelle, indeed we do. Of course, Alonzo Mourning with the kidney ailment and the problems. He sat out another season or most of it. And I know, Sean, obviously you had a kidney transplant. You've had a chance to talk to Zoe about his prognosis.
Yeah, well, we spoke several times. I remember when he first was stricken, he called me and we spoke for a long time. And at that time, Zoe was like, he was like a scared child, but he's really handled himself really well. He takes great care of himself. And you just hate to see that happen to a guy who goes out there and gives his heart and soul to the game, but Alonzo will be back.
Certainly hope so. Anderson flies in at the bucket. Armstrong got there, but he's inside that little crease area. And so there's no charge. It's going to be a foul defensively.
I thought somebody was getting dunked on here. He gets his step toward the lane. You see the defenders coming there at the last minute. Both of them actually are stuck inside the arc, but they're both still moving.
Well, you're not going to get that call. You're never going to get that call defensively. Not inside of that little, what I like to call the crease.
And not on Patrick Ewing night either.
No, a good point. The Knicks now with a 2-point lead. Sprewell has 9 rebounds now. One more, and he's got a triple-double.
A quiet but effective triple-double.
McGrady trying to take over, goes right at Sprewell, out to Armstrong, comes in closer look, and rattles it down. The Knicks with a 2-point lead. Sprewell out to defend McGrady. Slides into a double team. Armstrong. Giricek, wide open 3, and it's good.
You have to know your shooters on the perimeter. You have to know who to leave and who not to leave. You do not leave Giricek.
Oh, if they didn't know before, they know now.
Yeah, because that jumper was sizzling.
Under a minute.
That kid, he starts snapping the nets when he shoots the basketball.
6 on the shot clock. Houston, jump stop. Throws it up somehow. Gets it to go.
And that's Allen Houston taking this Knicks team, putting it on his back down the stretch. He's being asked to score over Tracy McGrady, a guy who has superior athletic ability and size.
Giricek from the baseline. Weatherspoon was out and got a piece of it.
I see that three-pointer moments ago. Tracy McGrady, again, starting it. You see Armstrong. He forces the issue because he puts pressure on the defense by penetrating down the middle. He gets that open shot for Gierczek. And then Allen Houston. He just had to snake his way, kind of weave his way.
One, and that's very important with just 30 seconds left. Allen Houston started 1 of 11 from the field since 5 of 7. I've got to figure you throw it to Tracy McGrady, and somehow he finds a way to get to the line at the very least.
Well, yeah, if you're the Knicks, you're in a predicament here because you can't really leave anybody on the floor. But late in the game, you really should double team him to get the ball out of his hands.
Well, there's that foul that they had, as Latrell Sprewell just grabs on to Tracy McGrady. If he hadn't, his teammates would be on a poster.
Exactly. He's coming down to power it over somebody. But you see his quickness. I mean, John, I'm telling you right now, he's showing me quickness that I didn't know that he had. He's blowing past, guys out here that have really tremendous foot speed. Skip go right by him.
As he loses Sprewell, then to Gooden, who gets it up, and Weatherspoon commits the foul.
Wow. I mean, Tracy McGrady right now is doing it all. And you talk about the trade and these guys that are complimenting him. Gierczek hitting a big three. Now Gooden with a good power move underneath. Here he is, beating Sprewell to the lane. Nice pass, nice catch by Gooden. And you love the power move by the rookie.
McGrady double-double with assists, and that could be a costly miss for Drew Gooden. On McGrady, you lose everybody else.
Yeah, what happens here is you see Weatherspoon comes across to stop the play. You see Gooden there. You see their help defense, but he's late because he has the shooter out here on the perimeter. I mean, it's almost like you got to pick your poison. You have Garrity on the perimeter, so Shannon Anderson is kind of waiting out there as Drew Gooden slides down the lane. He's the guy that should step in front of Gooden, but if you go too early, then Garrity gets the jumper.
Gooden out on Weatherspoon now. 15 seconds to go. McGrady out deep on Allen Houston. 10 seconds. Puts it on the floor, into the paint, gets to the glass, and Gooden comes up with the block. Weatherspoon gets it back, no good. Swatted outside with under a second remaining.
Did I tell you at the break that we were going overtime? Allen Houston, though, this drive here, this was a determined effort. He blows past Tracy McGrady, is able to get a shot up, but there you see the presence of Drew Gooden underneath there to block the shot.
18 points and 10 rebounds. Gierczek, 16 points and 6 rebounds. They've increased their numbers. This team has yet to lose since that trade. If you're an Orlando Magic fan, you absolutely have to love these newcomers.
You love this trade because both these guys are coming up big down the stretch. If you don't have Gooden, you don't have that guy back there to block the shot. You don't have Gierczek to make spectacular open court plays in the second half and knock down key jumpers.
With 0.6 of a second left, this is a catch and shoot situation, which means a player can catch it, turn, and fire it under 0.3, and you got to tip it. The lob over the top. McGrady just gets up, swats it outside, and we are headed to overtime. Patrick Ewing says, I love the fact that this was my night, but I don't want it to be my morning. This is the 3 games since they've come across. Now, they're right at that again tonight, but Gooden was averaging 12 with Memphis, Gierczek 11. I mean, this has been a huge difference as they try and grind out another one. We look at what they have done tonight. As I said, that's right where they've been in the first 3 games. Sprewell's jump shot is good over Gierczek.
John, they just had to be thrilled when they made that trade, when you get 2 guys for the price of 1, and they're both very capable players, and they're both young players with tremendous upside.
Gave up a couple of draft picks. There's Garrity, of course, Mike Miller, and Ryan Humphrey went over to Memphis. Humphrey's going to be a good young player, and of course, Miller is one of the best young guys in the league. Great shooter.
That's Tracy McGrady right there, finding open players on the perimeter.
Hey, John and Sean, in the huddle just before the overtime, Doc Rivers came to the bench, looked at his team, and goes, hey, by the way, who's tired? They all said, nobody. Nobody said, just checking. That was their game. Now it's our game. And And they're taking him seriously, guys.
Yeah, indeed. Garrity didn't look tired as he skied up for that jump shot. Looking to climb back from down 4 after the quick strikes by McGrady, Garrity, and the Magic. Isley's shot for 3 is no good. Gooden has another rebound.
I would continue to run that same play. I'd put Tracy McGrady over there on that left wing, toss him the ball. If that double team comes, you throw another strike. If it doesn't, you let your man work.
There's the double team into Gooden. Gooden gets stripped by Anderson.
And that time, Garrity didn't wait on the weak side. John, he ran across the baseline trying to get another open look.
Isley with it on the floor to the free throw line. Armstrong gets the block. Isley gets it back. Rainbow won't stay down. Weatherspoon almost had his 20th rebound of the game.
Yeah, I knew he was dominating on the glass. I didn't know he had that many rebounds.
That's the game he brought when he first came into the NBA with the Sixers. Big time rebounder. Armstrong gave up the 3. Kiricek floats in, dances around, it drops down.
You're basically
Parents late here. And we are 59 seconds away from the end of this first overtime. Tied at 103 apiece. Kiricek's going to have to call the timeout. Great job of denial by the Knicks.
Yeah, forcing you to burn one of your timeouts. Fortunately, Doc has plenty to burn. He's going to take a 20 here.
Not a bad night, eh?
No, not bad at all. Especially those 3s down the stretch here to bring his team even. He's done it all, every phase of the game tonight, and he's been asked as well to guard Tracy McGrady, and that takes a lot out of your legs, John.
Well, he came into the overtime with just 10 points. He's got 18 now. And long distance, I mean, he was pure from there. And then the second one surprised me a bit.
Well, Kiricek did the right thing on the first one, backing up a little bit. Sprewell hasn't knocked down a ton of those tonight, but he comes down, he hits the first one, then when he comes down, he starts feeling it. Latrell Sprewell is one of those streaky type of players. When he gets it going, he can knock it down. He knocked down a bunch on you, and you see Patrick was happy about it.
Well, I guess so. It's his night. Doesn't want to walk out of here with an L.
Or his morning, like you said.
We're
getting close.
McGrady comes back, and Sprewell read it all the way and got the steal. Isley coming to the ball. Sprewell wants a timeout as he got caught in a double team.
Triple-double. What about the plays down the stretch? Playing the passing lanes, hitting the big 3s. He's doing everything right now, and he's trading off with Allen Houston. Allen kept him going in the fourth quarter. Latrell Sprewell taking over after that.
Kiricek out on Sprewell. The hot hand, they stay with it. Floats, gets it on the iron, no good. Rebounded by Gooden.
Tough break, because that's the man you want to have the ball right now.
And now McGrady with Sprewell out on him. Spreading the floor. Isley hints as if he's going to come over on a double team. McGrady comes up short. Shandon Anderson with the rebound.
That's excellent defense. That's what you want to force Tracy McGrady into taking an off-balance jumper.
Allen Houston looking for some help. Gets a tough shot up. Comes right to Sprewell. 5 seconds. Sprewell short arms it. And with just under 2 seconds remaining, we are still tied.
And you said it was Patrick Ewing's night. It's going to be his morning. And it just very well may be by the time we get out of here.
Number 8 has scored all the Knicks points in overtime.
In both overtimes. Just lighten it up from the outside. This time he's coming down. Backs Kiricek up. Drops the three-pointer off. This time coming off a screen. It's another big 3. Then the second overtime. Starts it off hitting a big 3 over Gooden. And the last one where he drains it, you have to know then that, I mean, this guy is red hot. Continue to give him the basketball, and he passed up a 3 that last time and tried to put it on the floor. And John, quietly, that quiet triple-doubles turn into a loud thump you over the head triple-double.
And don't forget what he brings defensively as well. Kiricek trying to dump it into Gooden, knocked out of bounds with 8 seconds on the shot clock. 6 of 8 from 3, including perfect in overtime. 24 points, 11 rebounds, 11 assists. McGrady looking for some help. Drops it into Garrity. Sprewell doing a nice job to deny McGrady. Almost gets it from behind. T-Mac, finger roll, no good. Gooden went after the rebound and couldn't get to it. Here at Madison Square Garden in New York on Patrick Ewing's night. John Saunders, Sean Elliott, Michelle Tafoya, and Stuart Scott as we approach 2 minutes to go in the second overtime. Houston gets McGrady in the air, but the jump shot well short. Armstrong sees an opening, takes it to the goal, and he winds up on his backside with nothing to show for it.
And now Orlando can't hit the little chip shots. Tracy McGrady missed a layup down the lane last time down the floor. Darrell Armstrong misses a layup this time.
The Knicks will retain the basketball.
These guys are playing physical. It's money time. We see McGrady not giving up an inch, not conceding anything to Allen Houston.
Sprewell out to Anderson. Down the lane. Floater comes up short. We've seen a lot of short arm, alligator arm shots, if you will.
And you see Gooden again there to clean up the mess.
McGrady goes right at Weatherspoon, gets it back. Gooden is there to tip it in.
And he almost got a rebound dunk last time down the floor. He's just extremely active on the glass. I can't talk enough about that trade, John. It's amazing what it's done for this team.
Gooden's got 20 points and 17 rebounds. Sprewell again.
He's just feasting on Garrett right now, whether it be outside or taking him off the dribble.
Weatherspoon and Sprewell in a double team. Garrett now has Allen Houston. Out to McGrady. Shot clock at 8. McGrady for 3. Just short. Anderson with the rebound.
Tracy McGrady thought that was good when he let it go. He started backpedaling.
Darrell Armstrong commits the foul.
And you look at McGrady and look at Garrity. Both those guys bent over holding their shorts. They played a lot of minutes tonight.
Sprewell has all 16 Knicks points in the 2 overtime. Drew Gooden with that foul sends the Magic over the limit in this second overtime. Tracy McGrady with the young legs is 0-5 from the field in the overtime.
Well, Latrell's done a tremendous job of not allowing him into the paint, keeping him out of his comfort zone.
I mean, Sprewell just turned up the energy in overtime. I mean, he's coming over.
He was employing the rope-a-dope for the first 4 quarters.
Exactly. That's exactly right. I'll just get my quiet little triple-double here, and then in the overtime, I'll explode. First of all, where the heck have you been? But second of all, here's the game track. McGrady with 31 points, but nothing from the field in the overtime. Latrell Sprewell has 26, and all as if to say, guys, no triple overtime.
He's trying to get to his retirement party.
Yeah, that's right. It'll be over by the time he gets there. And a hug for some of these faithful.
Not with Charles Barkley there. The party's going to go all night.
I was going to say. Garrity now puts it on the floor, and Sprewell goes ahead and commits the foul.
It's the team's first and last.
And that was the last foul that they had to give. Get that extra one in overtime. Tracy McGrady's missed his last 6 shots from the field. Armstrong to McGrady, tries to end that, and does. With a 3-pointer to get it down to 4, Armstrong has to foul Sprewell. Here a check. I'm not sure why he's bothering to drive to the hole. Maybe launch a 3-pointer at the end for something. But the Knicks, on Patrick Ewing's night, win it. 118-110 is the final.